many places to go. Castles and candy houses, 7 blind little mouses, many places to go.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, bears eating lots of funny.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Come and read with me, many places to go. So come and grab a seat and read a story time with me.
A world made by your imagination. Flying carpets and 100 Dalmatians.
No, wait, that's wrong. There's actually 101 Dalmatians.
Hey Storytime kids! This week we are reading a Disney story called TinkerBell. I hope you guys really enjoy the story. It's super fun and I can't wait for you guys to hear it. It was a special day in Pixie Hollow. All the fairies gathered around, sprinkling of pixie dust. A new fairy was born. Her name was TinkerBell. Queen Soleron welcomed the newest fairy. Born of laughter, clothed in cheer, happiness has brought you here. Fairies tried to help TinkerBell find her talent. They gave her flowers, water, light, but everything Tink touched faded away. Then TinkerBell passed a hammer and began to glow. It flew straight towards her and she had found her talent. She was a Tinker Fairy. The Tinker Fairies came to welcome TinkerBell. Tink was happy to meet them. She also was a bit sad. Tinkers weren't fancy like the other fairies. Tink's new friends, Clink and Bobby, took her on a tour of Pixie Hollow. They saw all the fairies getting ready for spring. It's the changing of seasons, explained Bobby. There was a lot going on at Tink's Nook. TinkerBell loved seeing all the useful things that Tinker's fairies made. Fairy Mary was a head tinker. She told Clink and Bobby to deliver their creations, and the rest of the fairies fast. They would need items to be made on mainland. The mainland sounds flitterific, cried Tink. The Tinker Fairies showed the Queen what they had made. One of TinkerBell's creations still needed some work. Tink would fix it in time to take it with her to the mainland. The Queen told Tink that the Tinker Fairies did not go to the mainland. Your work is here in Pixie Hollow, Queen Clarion said. Being a tinker stinks, said TinkerBell. Back to the Tinker's Nook, Fairy Mary told her that she should be proud of who she is. But TinkerBell did not want to be a tinker. She wanted to be a nature fairy. She asked her friends for help. The first Silver Mist tried to teach Tink how to be a water fairy, but Tink was no good with water. Then Elderelsa tried to teach Tink how to be a light fairy, but Tink was no good with light. Fawn tried to show Tink how to be an animal fairy, but Tink was no good with animals either. Tink saw a bird flying in the sky. Maybe that guy can help, she said. The bird made a nosedive for Tink. Hawk! Yelled the fairies as they ran for cover. Tink jumped into a hole to hide. The hole was Vidia's hiding spot, and now the hawk was after Vidia too. The other fairies attacked the hawk with berries. Vidia was safe, but she was angry. Tink tried to help her clean, but she did not want Tink's help. Tink felt horrible. She couldn't hold the drops of water. She couldn't hold rays of light. Baby birds were afraid of her. I'm useless, she said. Tink flew to the bench and she wanted to be alone, where she was spotted at a broken music box. Tink quickly got to work. Her friends watched. You fixed it, Silver Mist cried. They were all amazed at her tinkering talent. TinkerBell enjoyed the tinkering, but she wanted to go to the mainland. As her last hope, Tink went to Vidia for help, but Vidia was still angry with her. Vidia got an evil idea. She said Tink should capture the spinning thistles and prove that she was a garden fairy. It was a dangerous job. But Tink had to try. It was her last chance. She made a corral and a lasso and captured the thistles and saddled up the cheese, the mouse, and she was on her way. "It's working!" cried Tink. Thistles went to the corral, but Vidya blew. A strong gust of wind and the corral gate flew open and the thistles ran out. Hundreds of other thistles ran by too. TinkerBell lost control of them. The thistles ran this way and that way through Springtime Square. They all destroyed the springtime supplies. Everyone was upset. Spring would have canceled, but TinkerBell's fault. She blew away in shame. TinkerBell decided to leave Pixie Hollow for good. She stopped one last time at Tinker's workshop and she looked around. She got an idea. She knew how to save Spring. Back at Springtime Square, Vidya was punished for helping the thistles escape, and everyone was sad that Spring wouldn't be coming. "Wait," TinkerBell cried. "I know we can fix everything, but I can't do it alone." The fairies were eager to help. Tink showed everyone what to do. In a blink of an eye, Tink Creation filled the buckets with berry paint and seeds, and soon everything was ready for spring. "You did it!" exclaimed Queen Clarnia. "You saved Spring!" "We all did it," said TinkerBell. Could Fairy Mary told Tink she should go to the mainland too. The music box Tink had fixed belonged to a special little girl, and only TinkerBell could deliver it to her. TinkerBell was happy, and her tinkerings had saved Spring. She was a Tinker Fairy and proud of it. I hope you guys really enjoyed the story of TinkerBell. And remember that just because you're different and you have different talents doesn't mean you aren't special. And you could still use those talents for good. I can't wait to read you guys the next story next week. And I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know your thoughts. I'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
When something's starting out, we'll
Bye.
often say hello.
And when we're
Goodbye.
in the middle of something, we might say, "That's fun."
But when something's almost over and it's winding down,
We'll look at each other and we might say goodbye.